Hi, I'm Mugs McConnell and from the South Okanagan Yoga Academy. And I wanted to talk with you further on our snippets of yoga philosophy today about the Natha Yogis. So the Natha Yogis, as I said in the previous one, have in their yoga texts a phrase that says, one who doesn't know the 9 chakras, 16 Adharas, 3 lakshyas, and 5 vyomas is a yogi in name only. And so Hari and I discussed these so that I would be familiar with these concepts, because he was a great advocate of the Natha Yoga pathway. So last time we talked about the 9 chakras, and this time I'd like to talk to you about the 16 Adharas. So Adhara means pillar or foundation. And these are specific points of energy throughout the body that we bring our mind's attention to. So they could be considered similar to marma points, if you've studied those, or areas of general focus when you've gone through a deep yoga relaxation process or a yoga nidra. So depending on the previous techniques you've done, there's specific points as we move through the body that have an energy impact, because we are energy beings. So in my book, Letters from the Yoga Masters, on page 145, from Swami Shivananda, he talks about specific techniques or points to focus your mind on to relax the body. It's in a deep meditation, and they're like the great toes, meaning the big toes, the ankles, the middle of the calves, all the way up. And he has actually 18 points in his. And these are to help you go into a deeper state of pratyahara, or withdrawal from the senses. So our senses take us outward, away from our inner being. And so these techniques focus the mind to help take you inward. And pratyahara, as we withdraw from the senses, we move from this outer awareness into a deeper inner awareness, an inner quiet. It's quite beautiful. And it's like similar to when you are in a yoga class, and at the end of the class, they give you a very nice, long, deep relaxation, or a yoga nidra, yoga sleep technique. And some are very intentional. Some yoga teachers are very intentional to guide you phase by phase, and others just leave you in silence. So these 16 adharas are very important energy points to bring your mind's attention to move through the body, to take you into these deeper inner quiet states. Okay? I'll just tell you what they are in the Natha Yogis. And then there's also a link on the front plate, or if you're right on the SOYA YouTube, then if you read underneath the video, the links are there in the description. Okay, so the first is the toes, and in particular, the big toes. Then we move right up to the Muladhara chakra, in the case of the Natha Yogis, the perineum. And that's at the root of the spine. Then we move into the organs of evacuation, the anus, and from there, then we move into the organs of reproduction. And so this is the Svadhisthana chakra area. Then we move to what is known as the khanda, which is in the lower abdomen, which is an egg type shaped subtle organ, I guess you could say, where all of the energy channels or nadis spring from. So it's above the Muladhara chakra and in the lower abdomen area. Then we move to the navel area, solar plexus area, the Manipura chakra. From there up to the heart. So you can see we're kind of following the flow of the chakra energy here, bringing our attention to this area. Then up to Vishuddhi chakra, the throat area of the neck. Now it changes and we go back to the uvula. So that little piece of the flesh in the back of the throat that hangs down there, the uvula, you bring your attention there. And then from there to the Talu chakra, which we talked about in the 9 chakras of the last snippets of yoga philosophy, the soft palate at the very, very back of the throat. Then we move our attention to the tongue. So bringing your awareness right to the tongue. Then we'll move up to the area between the eyebrows, the Ajna chakra. And from there, we go to the tip of the nose. From there, we go to the base of the nose. So the base of the nose is right in here. It's like this triangular shape, and it's right in that area. Then right into the center of the forehead. So right in the center and back. And then up to the crown of the head, the Brahmarandra. Okay, so this is the 16 Adharas of the Natha Yogis, key points of focusing your intention, key points of energy in the body, and they are mainly related to the transformation of our consciousness, our awareness. And in Yoga Pathways, we talk about different stages of consciousness. We've talked about that in earlier snippets, the waking state, dreaming state, deep sleep state, and also super consciousness, super awareness. And so these spots are extremely helpful to take us into our inner journey of yoga and shifting our state of consciousness. So that's the 16 Adharas. I hope you enjoyed this session with me today. And next session, we're going to move into answering more of these statements from the Natha Yogis so you understand what they were talking about. So have a beautiful day, and I look forward to chatting again soon. Namaste.